Hello, everyone. This is David for Fairly Secret Music. I have a friend who said everybody is being so positive all the time on VC videos. So I thought, as a joke, I would make a very negative video. So this is my things that I hate about heavy metal. I hate production of metal these days. It all sounds the same. It all's brick-walled. The drums, like on this album, Warrel Dane's last album, are just astonishingly just up front, and it hurts your ears. It's not enjoyable. Everything sounds the same. Also, triggers. Nobody ever needs to use triggers. Triggers are the worst. I really hate bass drums with triggers on them. There's no natural feel, and who needs to go that fast? Nobody needs to go that fast. Why is Entombed called Entombed AD now? And why are there logos that you can't even read it when you're looking at the spine of the damn CD? Have that actually printed. I don't need your logo even tinier and even more difficult to read. The pretentiousness of Thomas G. Warrior and Celtic Frost. In 2005, I loved Celtic Frost for some reason, and I was reading the Thomas G. Warrior bio called Are You Morbid? And I kind of want those albums again because they're so, like, silly and kind of bad at the same time. And I actually went to see them on that reunion tour, and him calling Triptykon is silly because we all know it's Celtic Frost 2, Electric Boogaloo. Although I have listened to some newer stuff, and it's just like slow and boring. Yeah. And Justice for All. It's been what? 25 years? When did this come out? 1988. It's been 31 years and this still doesn't have bass on it. Screw you guys, because, and I'm putting that towards Lars and James. You guys have access to all your stuff. You've put it out twice now. You did an anniversary, a 30-year anniversary of it, and you still don't have the bass in. Have somebody remix it. Even if it's Andy Sneap, even if it's normal, new production quality, just this album needs to be remixed worse than any other album in the history of the world. Let's see. The price of CDs. Don't charge me $18.99 for a new metal CD. We know how much it costs you to make these. This isn't 1993 where we think, oh my God, this technology is new and it's so expensive. No, it doesn't cost that much. It doesn't. Vinyl I get because there's not a lot of places that produce vinyl. But come on, CDs needing to be $18.99? That's dumb. Actually, I don't get vinyl either. Those prices are ridiculous. Everybody's love for Ghost. I don't like them. I don't like the singer. If I wanted to listen to Watered Down King Diamond, that's what I would do, is listen to stuff after Conspiracy. I've said this in another video too. Ugh. The Big Four. Here's one of the Big Four. Yep. Who cares about them? How about Forbidden? A band with real talent. It's so sad that a band this good has very little recognition. And Big Four, screw those guys. How about Flotsam and Jetsam? Jason Newsted played bass on this album, and you know what? You can hear it. You can hear every bass note. It's so good. Especially the remix. Oh, remixed and remastered. Hey, guess what? Somebody was smart and said, you know, that first mix, we probably didn't have time or money. Let's go back 25 years later or 20 years later and redo it. That's right. Remix shit, Metallica. Fate's Warning. Metal Blade comes out with these 3-disc digipacks, and day one, this is what I get. Can you see that? That's tape on there because I tore it, because they're made out of this flimsy cardboard that it's impossible to get the disc out of this thing. I actually took disc sleeves and put them in there so they were easier to pull out. Oh, let's see. Live bonus tracks. I'm sorry, Voivod. Well, it's actually Noise Records, but live bonus tracks should only be good added if the quality is decent. When it sounds like shit, no, I'll never listen to it again. I have all of these remasters, remasters, but they don't sound good. Well, actually, I've heard that the second disc on here, but the DVD stuff, just leave it out because it sounds like crap. Hopefully, when they get to Nothing Face, they have good quality stuff to deal with. Sequels to these two albums never needed to happen. They did not need to happen. Sequels to great concept albums is a bad idea. You don't need to do it. I wish the sequels never happened. Yngwie Malmsteen. In 1984, he came out with this album. He had taste. He had classy guitar parts. Even though he was playing stuff that was really fast, it was tasteful. It was melodic. Now when he plays this, it sounds like a bunch of crap because he plays way more than he ever did on the studio album and doesn't realize that the melodies that he created were perfect and good, and he ruins the legacy of this album by playing it live. People on the Progressive Ears website who talk about Opeth and how they hate the Cookie Monster vocals when they used to sing death metal stuff. And then they're the same people that love Tom Waits. Sorry, Tom Waits is the inventor of Cookie Monster vocals. He sounds exactly like a death metal guy, just kind of slowed down and not as guttural. There is a jazz band from Sweden called The Shining. You should have figured out a different name because this band from Norway called The Shining, suicidal black metal, had it way before you. And it's confusing to record stores because I keep on seeing those shitty jazz albums in the Shining section. I don't want to listen to that. I want to listen to suicidal black metal. If you haven't listened to this, you should give it a shot. Actually, their album, their fifth album, Helmstead, is awesome. Eerie Cold is also awesome. If you don't like black metal, don't even bother with this because you will hate it. And last but not least, Devin Townsend, who was on Steve Vai's Sex and Religion. He was amazing on that album, and then everything else has been a letdown. I hope that cures your itch for negativity, and next time I'll be positive.